Hi guys, Miss Summers again for writing today. I didn't want my absence to cause any kind of delay with what you guys have already been doing and working so hard on with your realistic fiction writing. So today we're just going to move ahead and I'm going to give you the lesson virtually, okay? Yes, I am sitting in bed because it's been a very long day. As you know, my daughter has been at the doctor about, I don't know, 3, 4 hours total today. So I'm pretty pooped. Anyway, so today we're working on creating realistic characters, developing believable characters by putting them through boot camp. Okay, so we're going to create what's called a scene boot camp, and today you're going to do drill number 1. Okay, here we go. So you have really great ideas, you have really great characters. So today we're going to take it for what's called like a test drive. All right, so you can see what your character is really like and get to know them on a deeper level. So just like when you go buy a car when you're old enough, and hopefully you're not going to make a terrible decision and buy this Porsche that you see up here, because that would be really terrible as a 16-year-old to have a Porsche. But anyway, you take cars out for test drives, so you need to do the same thing with the characters that you're going to be spending a lot of time with and developing. You need to get to know them and take them for a test drive, see if you really like who they are, and if you don't like them, change their traits, change your character, and at this point, maybe you can even change your realistic fiction idea if you're really starting to doubt it. But I think you need to have confidence in yourself because your ideas are pretty solid. All right, so I know when I first started writing, I wanted to just like jump right into an idea that I had instead of really giving it time to develop my character and develop scenes and develop various little elements. I just wanted to jump right in. And as a writer, that's not really a good strategy. I need to make sure I'm developing my characters by getting to know them. Okay, and today we're going to get to know them by putting them into everyday scenes like getting up in the morning, doing dishes, having dinner, maybe babysitting a sibling. Whatever that everyday scene is, I want you guys to keep that in mind that you're going to put your character in these everyday moments and see how they react, how they act, how they talk, and how they think. All right? Okay, so this is something I think you need to write down in your spirals. So pause the video now if you don't have your spirals out. Ready, set, pause. Okay, let's move ahead. So title this part Scene Boot Camp Drill Number 1. Okay, so scenes, it's really important that you understand what scenes are. So scenes are made up of 4 different things, and that's what those 4 bullet points are. So if you could jot those down, that'd be really great. I know my face is kind of covering some of them, so just listen to what I'm saying. Ready? So it's really important that you know a scene is composed of small moments or mini stories. Okay, they have a clear setting that's woven throughout that moment. So the setting is a pretty big part, right? And we learned about that in reading. Setting is huge. 3, they have characters who are thinking, talking, acting, or doing all 3 things. And then scenes, the 4th bullet point, contain characters who are motivated because they want something, they desire something. And there should also be obstacles, things that get in the way of them achieving that goal. Okay, so make sure you have these 4 things down. Good? Once you have those written down, you can move on to what we're going to do next, and that's taking our character through a scene boot camp. All right, which means you're writing really quickly. But because today I'm not there, you're going to be able to take your time, which I really want you to do today. Um, you're going to be doing some really important things like picking names. Okay, so I'm going to show you a really cool website I've discovered. If I can find it again, I'll try to show you for picking character names with meaning behind it. Okay? All right, so again, here's something I need you to write down in your spirals. Okay, under Scene Bootcamp Drill 1. That should be the title, which is what you see right here. Okay? All right. Oh, now I'm going to highlight everything, I swear. Goodness gracious. Okay. Sorry. All right, so first I'm going to think about my character and the story idea that I chose. So you guys know, but the story idea I chose was The girl who's 17 years old, she's well liked, she just finished finals, it's Christmas time, snowy night, going to a party. She's fighting with her mom. She texts her mom, I love you. And at that moment, when she sends the text, crash, right? So that's my storyline. I don't really have a name for my character. Well, I didn't until I researched a couple names. So now that I explained the story idea that I had, I want you to think about your story idea. So I want you to really quickly jot that story idea down again on this page right here. So pause the video so you can write down your story idea again right here. I know it's somewhere else in your spiral, but write it right here. Okay? So again, press pause. And we're going to keep going. So now that you've rediscovered what your realistic fiction idea is, now you need to think about who your main character is, he or she, as a person. Who are they? What are some traits that they have? Now, my spiral is at school, and I wrote these down, so I'm going to try to remember as best as I can. Okay, so my character name, I decided to name my character Brianna, and I'm going to show you why. So follow along on the screen as I start looking up stuff. Ready? So I went to Google and typed in meanings of names strong because I want my character to be strong. Okay. I think this is the website. Oh, it is. Great. Okay. So meaning-of-names.com. So meanings definitions, I want gender to be girl. I don't have a minimum or maximum for my length. Criteria, I don't need it to begin with or end with anything. I just want it to be strong female name. So here we go. So I went through this list and I skimmed through, looked at it, and I wasn't completely sold. Went to the second page. Again, not completely sold. And then I came across Brianna, means strong in Celtic. Okay, or Irish is what Celtics are. So I decided on Brianna being my character's name. So if you want to use this website, you just type the definition here that you're looking for or a name that means that, and then you search for it. Okay, so if I want to look for a loving name, I would search, and these are female names still that mean loving. Okay, aloha, what a fun little name that is. So guys, maybe you have a character who is athletic. Sorry, my computer's bouncing around so much it's resting on my knees. Okay, so no results that match athletic, but look at names that mean strong or hunter. So let's look up hunter. Sorry, hunter. Okay, being a hunter, Kane would be a good one. I see Kane up here. Okay, Chase. These are all really strong names, very athletic sounding names. Okay, or even think about your athletes, your current NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL athletes. Think about their names and maybe consider that as some character names. Okay, so off my tangent of names. So my character name will be Brianna. Again, I just showed you why. So 4 traits about her, again, I'm going to try to remember as best as I can. I know one of them is that she's responsible, right? And so when I look at this question down here, how are these traits shown? I'm going to make sure I show those traits, her being responsible. At school, I'm going to show her interaction between a teacher, or at least a couple teachers maybe, where they're giving her accolades or saying, hey, you did a really good job on this. Okay, so I want the audience to see how responsible she is, not quite through her actions, but really through dialogue. Then they'll see how responsible she is through her actions at home. Okay, maybe she gets chores done that are unlike any other teens or 17-year-olds at home without being asked. She just does them. Okay, so I think I'm going to show responsibility in different ways for Brianna. The second trait of Brianna's is that she's well liked. I told you guys before it was really important that she be well liked. I don't want her to be too snooty. Okay, so when she's at school, I don't want her to be like a popular girl or a mean girl. I want her to be well liked by all different kinds of social groups. Okay, so she's kind of like a floater. She fits in with everyone. Okay, and everyone loves her. I want to make sure that I show that. Maybe a lunchroom scene would be a really great opportunity for this because there are so many different cliques that sit together in the lunchroom that maybe she just floats around